Oh, hey. What? You thought I was going to strip down to my underwear, jump up on the roof, and howl at the moon? We won the game. I'm heading to Taco Bell. I was just fixing some of this guttering before I head out. Yeah, buddy, I tried to tell you guys. We're not playing around. I'm about to dominate this Taco Bell like Miami dominated NC State. Quick recap and reaction for this game. What a dominant victory. Miami dominated on both sides of the ball. Maybe still a little bit of a slow start offensively, but I can't complain with 41-7. I mean, I kind of can because I wanted a shutout. I think a lot of Canes fans wanted a shutout. But 41-7 when I was predicting 31-24. I thought this game was going to be within like 7 to 10 points. I didn't think the Canes were going to cover the spread. We knew that NC State was struggling defensively and they were giving up a ton of yards, but I expected more out of their offense. And we got to say credit to Miami's defense. They came to freaking play. I let that November PTSD influence me too much going into this game, and I'll own it. I was dead wrong. So happy to see Miami just blow these guys out. 2 picks in the first quarter from none other than Jacoby Thomas, and one of them was a pick six. We were worried about, what's going to happen. Keontae Scott is out. Thomas, man, had a heck of a game. That means we had a pick six last week, which was Keontae Scott, and then we had a pick six this week with Jacoby Thomas. So he had the pick six, and then turns around the next possession and picks off C.J. Bailey again. They had that dude rattled all game. When you start the game off like that, a quarterback that likes to push the ball downfield and throw it around, that was just such a great start for this defense. As soon as that happened, and we knew that we had C.J. Bailey rattled a little bit, we knew he was in big trouble. Held them to 4 rushing yards. 4 in the first half. Ended with 23 in this game. Once again, the defense, Heatherman had those guys ready to play. They were flying all over the place, hitting hard. I sat there and hyped up C.J. Bailey's return to Florida. And it turns out that the NC State channel that I jumped on was right. Maybe he tried to do a little bit too much. He threw for 120 total yards in this game. He threw for 0 in the third quarter. At one point, get this, Malachi Toney had almost as many passing yards in the first half as C.J. Bailey did. Off of that crazy play, right, whenever he hit JoJo Trader. And it's wild because Malachi Toney, we know he can throw the ball. Everybody talks about it. I'm happy to see Dawson give him multiple opportunities in the game. I understand that other one didn't work. He sailed it over the top of Pringle, but it was there. That was an easy walk-in touchdown for Gerard Pringle if Toney could have hit him. They kind of blew that up a little bit there. I know they probably kind of panicked and he had guys in his face. But keep giving him those opportunities. People were in the live stream saying, Malachi Toney for quarterback. But I don't want to disrespect Carson Beck. He played pretty freaking well. 21 of 27, 291 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, a 77% completion percentage. That's pretty well. He did what he needed to do. He was pretty spot on. But let me roll it back to Gerard Pringle. This guy changes this team. And I don't want to get ahead of myself and seem like I'm throwing shade at Fletcher or Lyle or Marty Brown or any of those guys. But this looks like a different team with Gerard Pringle. And I don't think there's going to be anybody in here that disagrees with me. His vision, he has another gear. And the positive yardage that he's able to pick up on first downs helps this offense so much. Like, you see guys like Fletcher who is kind of shifty for his size, and he's fast, but he loves contact. And at times he looks for it, he initiates it. And with Pringle, this guy's making dudes miss, and he's getting upfield. He hit triple digits, 116 yards, almost 7 yards per carry. It's just different with this dude. And they have to continue to feed the ball to Pringle. And I don't know what's going to happen here with Fletcher when he comes in and he's healthy, but that maybe Pringle and Fletcher, but we like Marty Brown too. You know, the pinball, the guy that gets in there and is bouncing off of dudes. Pringle and Brown combo is sick. I don't know how they're going to figure that out in that running back room when Fletcher's ready to go again. But I just know that Pringle must see more playing time throughout the rest of the season in these final 2 games and beyond, because I am so happy with that guy. It's insane what he does to this offense. Penalties. Miami only had 1 penalty in the first half, and that penalty was done on purpose, right? Whenever Miami decided they were going to punt the ball. You do end with 8 total penalties, which is, given the way that they happened in this game, I'm still not happy with that number with 8. But it's not anything too crazy, still just kind of clean it up a little bit. I was just really happy to see this team play 4 quarters. Like I said, I'm not going to shy away from the fact that the offense maybe started a little slow, which was a tad disappointing at first because of, NC State's defense and what they've been doing, or really more so what they've not been doing. But the story was C.J. Bailey. It was the NC State offense, high-powered, explosive. They're going to make this a game, and they didn't. Miami needed style points. They delivered. You're favored by 14.5. You win by 35. I think that's a pretty convincing, dominant victory. Tony scared me a little bit with that one punt where it hopped and he wanted to try to return it. He's hungry, right? He wants to take one to the house. It was just a heck of a game. It was one of the more complete games this season, if not maybe the most complete game that we've seen against an okay opponent. I know they're 5-4, but I had so much fun. I had a smile on my face. Dawson continued to be more creative. We were still aggressive, even whenever we came in and put some of the backups in. Emory got some playing time. Luke Nickel got some playing time. We got to see Wheatley Humphrey, some of these other guys. It was a great overall game. It's what I was hoping. A lot of these games against, man, I know it makes NC State fans mad, but when I say against inferior opponents, we're talking about a 5-4 NC State. And same thing, I know there's going to be the people, here comes Coop beating his chest over beating a 5-win football team. Man, have you seen the chaos that happened today? It's tough to win, period. And to come out and dominate these guys and to hold them basically scoreless for the entire game. Let's be real. Yes, they did score, but it was a garbage time touchdown. C.J. Bailey finds the end zone. He walks in. It was against Miami's backups. So what? I would have loved to have held them to 0. But I'm not beating my chest over it. I'm happy with the way that they won. 41-7 is great, and it's exactly what Miami needed. Now do this again against Virginia Tech. I know I'm asking for a lot, but then turn around and do it again against Pitt. I know there was a lot of chaos and stuff that went down today, and there are some things that maybe helped Miami, more things that probably didn't help Miami. But all Miami can control right now is winning. They got to keep winning the football games, and this is the way that they need to be winning these games like they did against NC State. It's funny because I know a lot of people thought that Jacoby Thomas flipped off C.J. Bailey. I don't think that that's what happened. If you go back and watch the replay, I think he was saying, like, it was his index finger. He was saying, like, come get me, bring it on, over here, whatever. I don't think he flipped him off. I wouldn't expect a Mario Cristobal coach team to do that. And heck, they probably would have threw a flag if they would have seen that. So I don't think that's what happened. I'm just happy. I'm sitting here in the car. It's like 8 or 9 p.m. I'm eating Taco Bell. Miami got a big win. And if this seemed like it was all over the place, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about these tacos that are in my lap, and I'm ready to dive in. I got my wingman with me right here in the back. I don't know if y'all can even see him. Max, you want to say hey? Max. Hey, you want to say hey to the people? I got my wingman riding with me here in the back. We are at Taco Bell. I don't know if y'all can see it. I showed it in the intro, probably. Yeah. I showed it in the intro. There's the bell. Anyways, just happy with the way the team performed. I don't have any major complaints. Like, let me know what I'm missing. That's what the comment section is for. There's a lot of things I forget instantly after the game. You know, I'll be pissed after I upload this. I'm like, man, I forgot to talk about this huge moment. Heatherman had that defense ready to play, bro. We got to come out with that fire and intensity in these final 2 games of the season. You know, that was a way to go out with a bang. Last game at Hard Rock this year in the regular season. In the regular season. But I was happy across the board with pretty much everybody. I'll tell you what, man. I'm going to eat this taco. I'll see y'all later.